What's good? What's good? I'll do this quick little video, man. Y'all already know what it is, man. It's gonna be a response. It's gonna be a response to a comment. See y'all trying to pull me back on the YouTube. This is over here with the Matrix decode. Yo, man, I need to hit that like button, bro. That like button. YouTube, you know, the algorithm, you know, according to them, you gotta hit the like, which I already know is BS. You know what I mean? But we gonna play along, son. Where we at with this, son? Alright, so we're gonna answer this quick question one of the guards had. He was like, it seems like the only escape is death cell. Well, not in the sense that I'm running, but I'm saying you literally can't do nothing unless your course is ran, aka body or earth suit is out of time. He may have more questions on this later while listening to this. Death is the answer. Hell motherfreaking yeah. As I stated before in past videos, man, you should be looking for ways to kill yourself every day, son. It shouldn't be a day that goes by that you don't say to yourself, how can I kill myself today, son? I don't know, when people hear that, they're gonna be like, man, this dude lost it, son. He out of his damn mind. He's sitting up here talking about killing yourself. Hell yeah. Because you gotta understand that there's many different versions of you. Now I'm gonna speak the language, son. There's many different versions of you with the positive and the negative polarity, son. Speaking the language when we say positive and negative, son. So when you're looking for ways to kill yourself, you gotta understand that there's various layers of you that exist in the same space. You know what I mean? We not even gonna take it to different versions of you further down the timeline, nothing like that. We're gonna talk about these layers of versions of you that exist in the same space, wherever part of the planet that you're occupying right now, there's different versions of you in that same space that you're occupying right now, son. Layers. You have layers of these energy fields, layers of your body, you got layers of perception, layers that deal with different types of consciousness, layers that deal with habits, you know what I mean? Etc., son. So when you killing yourself, in this sense, you would be sacrificing lower versions of you. You sacrificing lower versions of you, which would allow the more advanced or more enhanced version of you to grow. When you're going through those stages of killing yourself, you also go through a molding process of birthing the new you. So, you know, if you smoke cigarettes, there's a layer that represents a version of you that's attached to you that smokes cigarettes. If you eat GMO foods, there's a version of you, which is a layer that exists on you that's attracted to eating GMO food. It's with drinking, smoking weed, you know what I'm saying? Just doing all of these things that basically put you on a path to manifest a lower version of you, son. The version of you that's gonna remain trapped in the matrix. You know what I mean? And it's hella different layers. Each habit that you have that represents a lower version of you serves as a layer that you got to destroy, son. You got to kill that version of you, son. You know what I mean? You're gonna have to wrestle with the flesh. You know what I mean? So death is the answer. You know what I mean? Death is the answer, son. You should be looking for way, if you smoke cigarettes, you should be looking for a way to kill that version of you so you don't smoke cigarettes. You know what I mean? Now, I was never a cigarette smoker, but I hear when you know people, I know people who smoke cigarettes, and when they tell me, I'll be like, yo, like, you know that smoking them cigarettes give you cancer, like, they be like, yeah, son, you know, it's hard to quit, man. It's like, it's hard, son. I can't quit. It's hard. It's like they having a serious battle with their flesh, and you can see that they losing the battle. You know what I mean? Every day that goes by, they manifest a lower version of them, and you can basically see their whole physiology just changing. Their facial features, their body, it's like everything just begins to start getting on this lower vibration. You know, their thoughts just get so low, because you know when you're smoking them cigarettes, man, it's hundreds of poisons that they have in it, son. It's not just one poison, son. It's not even real tobacco. There's a whole bunch of poisons they have in that cigarette. So it's like you sitting up here, you contaminating your lungs. It doesn't only affect your lungs, it affects your brain, it affects your bones, it affects your blood. It affects your cells. It affects everything in your body, son, because it's like a combination of all these different toxins and poisons, and it's aimed to target the entire body, son. Target the heart, the kidneys, eyes, you know what I'm saying? Everything, son. It ain't just the lungs. You know what I mean? So you should be looking for ways, not saying that you smoke cigarettes or nothing like that, but I'm just using that as an example. You should be looking for ways to kill yourself, son. If you're hanging around certain people that ain't about shit, you know what I'm saying? That's a version of you that's attracted to that. You're attracted to hanging out to them, and you attract people like that, son. You know what I mean? That version of you, you're gonna have to kill that version, son. You know what I mean? There's a lot of personalities, and you gotta understand all those different versions. It comes with a specific type of personality that's completely different from the version of you that represents the real. You know what I'm saying? The version of you that represents the real, that consciousness is completely different than the consciousness of the individual who smokes cigarettes or drink liquor or just hanging around a bunch of degenerates, huh? You know what I mean? So you're gonna have to kill that consciousness. You're gonna have to kill that version of you, the perception that comes with it. You know what I'm saying? The traits. You know what I'm saying? Because all of these different versions have like its own individual consciousness, son. Mofos getting hacked out here in the matrix, son. You know what I mean? So you gotta find ways to kill yourself, man. Hell to the more freaking years, man. And with the diet, about the diet, alkaline, soda. Say you literally can't eat your way out of here or meditate. You gotta understand that it ain't just diet, son. It's a combination. The same way how I was just talking about the different versions of you, the different lower versions of you that represents layers. That's a combination of lower versions of you that's all working in harmony to keep you on that low vibration, son. You know what I'm saying? Because somebody who smokes cigarettes, that's a specific version of them, a lower version of them that exists in their immediate space. So they're going to be attracted to people who smoke cigarettes. Now those people who they get attracted to smoking cigarettes, it comes with a specific type of consciousness. You know what I mean? So now it's like you walking into a realm that you wouldn't normally be in. Because you're hanging out with these mofos who smoking cigarettes and all that. Next thing you know, they get the munchies or whatever. They go in the corner store and buying some damn chicken, some Kennedy fried chicken, or they going to McDonald's, or they going to Burger King, or wherever they going, whatever it is that they eating, you know, is fake food, son. So now you caught up in that. Now you might just start getting the thoughts in your head to eat that food because you hanging around people that's emitting those thoughts. You know what I mean? You pick up other people's thoughts just by being around them, son. You pick up their habits. All habits is thoughts that has manifested. So now you picking up people's thoughts, thinking about eating something that you don't even normally eat. You saying to yourself, "Dad, why am I getting this thought to eat this more freaking filet of fish sandwich, son?" Yeah, because you picking up the thoughts of the people who smoke cigarettes, son. You hanging out with a whole new crowd now. So the whole new crowd got a whole new diet. They got a whole new diet plan for you, son. You know what I mean? But it ain't just about eating right. It's a combination. So with those different combinations that represent the lower versions of you, that's all working in harmony to keep you vibrating low. It's the same thing with what you saying over here, that you can't literally just eat your way out. It's more than eating, son. Eating is one of many things that you have to do. Like once you on that wave, eating healthy is normal. It's automatic, son. That's one thing I always used to say, that when you on the path, it's automatic. You ain't gonna be looking at it like you eating healthy. You just gonna be like, I'm eating. That's it. You ain't gonna be like, yo, I'm eating healthy, or you know what I'm saying, I'm doing this for that. It's like, it comes a point in time when it's like, it's natural. It's like breathing. You would naturally be gravitated towards real food. The same way how, you ever notice that people who on that BS, no matter where they go, they always click up with people who's on the BS, son? You don't see that pattern, son? It don't matter where they go, son. They don't even know these people from a hole in the wall, son. But it's like they click and they have this bond, like they know each other. You know what I'm saying? That's because them degenerate habits, it's like they sniff each other out, son. Demons click up with demons, and you know, they all just hang out with each other, son. So it's like they attract these people naturally, son. They attract these toxic people, these poisonous people naturally. It's the same thing with when you eating real food. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be attracted to the real food, son. You're just gonna find yourself just going somewhere, and it's just gonna be an area where it's just all healthy food. You know what I mean? You're gonna find yourself just running into people that's just on the same way, son. You know what I mean? Once you're on the path, that's what it is. So it ain't just about, you know what I'm saying? Eating is one part of it, son. You know what I mean? Drinking the water, real water, is a part of it. You know what I'm saying? Charging the soul up with the sun, that's another part of it. It's a package. It's a motherfucking package, son. You know what I mean? Cause the package, the negative package, is what got the guard race all effed up in the game, son. Which is why they all running around here just freestyling. Ain't none of them, you know what I'm saying, about really living the light, raising the vibes, huh? They about punani and checks. You know what I mean? They about poom and checks, bro. That's what they all about, son. You know what I mean? They ain't really... That's because they a bunch of damn demons, man. A bunch of damn clones. You know, they could pretend, son, but just give it some time, and you will see what time do, son. Oh, let me see this. You just gotta take these hits like a champ. You vibing on that wave, you ain't gotta worry about none of that, bruh. You ain't gotta worry about no military, no police, no park rangers, none of that. They ain't nothing but parasites, bro. You ain't even that's how they program you, son. It's like they program people to see that when you moving on a certain wave, you gotta be worried about these agents for the beast. Man, the hell with them, son. They ain't even real. You don't notice that all these military personnel, the police, the park rangers, they all got bad diets. They all click up, son. They all eat acidic food, son. Ain't none of them healthy, son. That's exactly how they supposed to be moving, son. You know what I mean? Ain't nobody sitting up here worried about, they ain't even real. The hell with them, son. It's about the guard race, son. Raise the vibe, son. And the so-called black people already came together, son. This is something that I spoke about in past videos, son. When you see black people creating all this chaos, they work together to create chaos. They work together to lie. These hoes out here work together to do whatever hoes do. You know what I'm saying? These thugs out here, they work together to do whatever these thugs do. It don't matter if they on opposite gangs. They all working together, son. They working together to aid the beast. You know what I mean? You gotta understand that working together ain't always positive, son. You know what I'm saying? What you see as positive, the beast see as a negative. You know what I'm saying? What the beast see as a positive, you see as a negative, son. The opposite polarities is created simultaneously, son. So the so-called black people, they all working together, son. They did come together, son. They come together and they took an oath, you know what I'm saying, to ride with the beast. You know what I mean? That's why you see they always, anytime you get around them, shit always fail. Fail has a success rate just like succeeding, son. Most people overlook failure and say that failure is a bad thing. It ain't good or bad. You know what I'm saying? Failure has a success rate. And you have people that's working together to see you fail. You know what I mean? In their eyes, failure is just as prominent to them as you succeeding. So this is why I'm saying the black people is clones, man. They been came together, son. They already came together, son. You know what I mean? They not gonna take their kids out of the schools because why? Because they working with the system. They work with the system, son. You just gotta see it for what it is, man. Once you vibing on that wave, you start understanding that ain't none of this supposed to be viewed emotionally. You see it for what it is, son. You know what I mean? The black people are clones. They here to throw off the vibe to make the carbonated beings think that we all one. I mean, we realized long time ago, son, that black people are clones, son. You know what I mean? Long time ago, son, that melanin is synthetic carbon, son. They are the clones. They're the ones who walk like us, look like us, talk like us, but they are not us. You know what I mean? Straight up, man. Look how they move. They move just like a human, son. You know what I mean? So it's all about just raising the vibe and keep transcending, bruh. That's what it's all about, bruh. The hell with the black race. The hell with the human race. It's about the soul race. That's what it's always been about, son. It's always been about us. It was never about them, son. You know what I mean? They just try to make it seem, they got a lot of drones on payroll, to saturate the market to make it look like it's all about them. But the reality is, man, it's about us. It's never about them, son. mean? So, it's a quick little video right there, man. Breaking it down. So hell yeah, death is the answer, son. You should be looking for ways to kill the lower versions of yourself so you can birth the higher version of yourself, son. The real version of yourself, son. And these mofos ain't about they not up on the etheric diet. You know what I mean? They ain't up on the etheric diet, son. They gonna start jumping on the wagon though, son. You already know how that is, man. Only reason they ain't up on the etheric diet is because I ain't pushing the message out there like that, son. You know what I mean? But these clones, they gonna jump on the wagon and start talking about, we're supposed to be eating real soul food, the etheric diet. We ain't supposed to be eating the spirit food, the alkaline diet, the electric diet. We're supposed to be eating the ether diet, the etheric diet. You know what I mean? They gonna jump on the wagon, son. As they always do, because that's what clones do, son. They supposed to copy, son. You know what I mean? So hell yeah, you eat your way, you breathe your way, you vibrate your way, because you got to take care of your vessels, son. This is God's body that we're in, son. This body is beyond royalty, son. This body is beyond royalty, son. It is the most sophisticated and the most powerfulest body on this entire planet, son. There is no body, you know what I'm saying, pun intended. There's no body on this planet that can come close to the carbonated man or the carbonated woman vessel, son. Our bodies, all of these experiments that they've been running on our bodies is sustaining the entire human species, son. The entire human species, bruh. We keep them alive, bruh. All of the inventions that we pulled into this dimension from outer realms. All of these technological advancements, it doesn't matter what it is, son. All of these technological advancements came from us, carbonated beings, son. None of it came from a human, son. The hell with what they talking about, son. It came from us. You know what I mean? Their culture, all of their cultures came from us. All of these cultures that you see that these humans have, it all came from us. We gave them those cultures, son. We gave them life, literally, son. Without carbonated beings, son, they would have been dead long time ago, son. Extinct, long time ago, son. Notice. Why you think they go so hard, son, to cover up the truth, son? You think they lie so much about it? They sitting up here talking about this they talk about this Tesla man, and then this human created the telephone, and they lying talking about a human created an engine, and the humans created all these computers, and they talk everything that's technological. These humans lie and say that they created this. Now, why would you go that hard to lie about a quote unquote race that you claim came from monkeys? You don't see how they flip the script, son? They know what it is, man. They know who's responsible for all of the technological advancements, man. You know what I mean? We showed these mofos how to walk upright. We showed them how to speak. You know what I'm saying? Everything that they got came from us. I was looking at this video not too long ago, son. It was a bunch of Japanese teenagers, son, all pretending to be black. They sitting up there dressing like how we dress, with the baggy stuff and all that, trying to look all swagged out. Sitting up there trying to dance like we dance, trying to rap like we rap. I'm like, man, look at these clones, man. Yo, you gotta sit back and see it for what it is, man. These mofos admire us, son. They love us, bro. They understand that if it wasn't for us, they all would be dead, son. They understand that, son. Like Nas, like Nas said, you love my style. And we ain't even trying to be swagged out, son. It's just natural, son. We just got that natural pizzazz. You know what I'm saying? We just naturally swagged out with it. We ain't sitting up here thinking about how we gonna be swagged out. We just got that natural, that natural vibe to just coordinate shit. Why? Because we created all of this, son. These mofos is all off, son. Before the God man and the God woman showed these mofos swag, you see how they was looking all goofy and darky as hell, son. Mofos, they ain't know how to walk, they don't know how to talk, they ain't know how to dress, they ain't know how to do a damn thing, son. They sit up here and copy everything from us, son. All the music, son. We created all forms of music, son. Every form of music, son. We created it all, son. You know what I mean? And they pretend like they created this shit. Even down to country music, son. We created that, son. You know what I'm saying? We created the what they call jazz, rock and roll. We created everything, son. You know what I mean? The first builders, the first scientists, the motherfucking first aliens. You know what I mean? The real UFOs, the souls, not the fake ones that they back engineer, son. We the real UFOs, man. The orbs, man. The souls, man. The real UFOs, man. That's why they tell these people it's an unidentified flying object. So anytime they see that shit, they got a void in their head. Oh, that's an alien. Nah, that's a soul, the real orb, son. Those are members of the guard race who raised their vibes so they could leave the planet, son. Imagine if they was to come out and tell you that shit. What if they was to be on? That's why they told you some alien told you it was a UFO. So we don't know what that is. So now you go around along your whole life, and that's just a UFO, man. You know, aliens, Area 51 and all that. The green man. If they was to come out, but then again, you already know they ain't coming out and telling you that. But if they was to come out and be on some shit like, yo, son, those are actually souls. You know, the orbs that's leaving the planet. That changes your whole perception now. Now you like, and you know I'm speaking the language when I say perception, because you know we beyond perception, son. But I'm speaking the language that changes your whole perception immediately, son. Immediately, so much bullshit that they put in your head just goes out the window. You start screaming that shit immediately. From the moment you hear somebody say some shit like that, son, all of that shit that they put in your head, son, you just start screaming that shit like, what? Then you start thinking like, it makes sense why they go so hard to lie. It makes sense why they go so hard to make you believe. Because when you believe, you don't know, son. I stated before, man, believing and knowing ain't synonymous, bro. They go hard to make you believe. They be like, what? That's a soul. What the freak? The freak you mean? Yeah, it look like a sun, right? You don't see how the orbs, the souls, what they tell you the UFO, it look like a sun, right? Look just like a damn sun. Yeah, we solar beings. Duh. The freak you thought, cuz. You know what I'm saying? But they're like, yeah, they leaving the planet. The freak you mean they leaving the planet? What the hell they going? They going back to the etheric realms. Them motherfuckers graduated. They raised their vibe. They raised their vibe and they out of here, son. They gone. They showed you on the walls. Pineal gland, son. Pineal gland. Know thyself. That's all you needed to know, son. Pineal gland, know thyself, son. When you're on the path to activate the pineal gland, son, you tapping into so many vibrations and you killing so many different versions of yourself, son, that when you activate and you start realizing what's going on, you just sit back and you look and you're like, bro, this simulation is crazy, son. Mofos out here just simulating, just waiting to get zapped. They waiting for another zap frequency to come through the radio or the TV so they could just simulate another another algorithm. But hell yeah, son. You raise the vibe, son, and then you can leave. You can raise up out of here, son. That's when you start seeing. I'm talking about like the way how you see things now in this dimensional plane, son, is not how it look. You only seeing a layer, son. You seeing a layer which have to do with matter. You got this shell known as matter that's just covering multiple layers, son. And there's existing layers that exist above the matter, son. When you raise the vibe, son, you come out the body, as I stated before, when you come out the body, son, you see another layer, son. You don't see things how they appear in this physical space, son. Shit look different, bro. You know what I mean? But when you activate the soul form, son, and you leave in this planet, you see exactly what this planet is, son. You see it in its true form, son. And it doesn't look nothing like what these NASA or so-called satellite images is showing you, son. It don't look nothing like no damn Google Earth. You know what I mean? It don't even look like what they trying to tell you is the flat Earth map. It don't even look nothing like that, bro. You know what I mean? It'll make sense, bro. You know what I mean? Each vibration that you're locked in, it also hinders your ability to see things in its totality. It hinders your ability to hear things in its totality, son. When those two senses become compromised, son, because they use sight and sound, they corrupt sight and sound so heavy in this space, that when those two senses become corrupt, son, it's like you in a damn maze now, son. It's like anybody can fool you with sight and sound. You know what I'm saying? It's corrupt, son. You know, like I stated before in past videos, there's certain spectrums of light they would say that it is invisible, or they would say that you can't see it because of the frequency that your eyes vibrate on. You know what I mean? You raise the vibe, you will be able to see, which is why I say that mofos is really running around here blind, because if you can't see the full visible spectrum, you're blind. You're dealing with fragments, huh? You're dealing with fragments. You know what I'm saying? If you can't hear sound, one of the main reasons why people are able to lie to people is because they can't fully hear sound. If you could hear sound in its complete totality, you would be able to determine when somebody's lying to you, son, because you would hear the distorted tones and frequencies that's coming out of the voice when somebody's talking to you, son. You know what I mean? So it's like they hinder your senses to vibrate on this undermined frequency where they could just keep getting over on you, son. But once you raise the vibe, aka vibrate real, son, you could determine, son, it's like your senses is not operating on a 5% or 10%, because a lot of these people's senses ain't even, it's operating on a 3 to 5% now. You know, back then it was probably about 10%, but now it's like 3 to 5% they senses is on, son. They eat food that smell good and tastes good, and they attracted to it by how it look. You know what I'm saying? So they're not using their senses. They're not even using it on 100% percentile range, just to to give a little chart, a damn chart from 0 to 100. They're not even using it on 100%. They're using the shit on 3 to 5%, bro. You dealing with people that's using their senses on a 3 to 5% percentile range, son. You already know they on a kamikaze crash course, son. How you think it's gonna end, bro? You know what I mean? So they can't see everything is in its totality, son. There's layers that they can't see. There's tones that they can't hear. This is something that I stated before in past videos eons ago. I'm like, yo, they had the vegans out here. They was always getting at the meat eaters. You know what I'm saying? Now I don't subscribe to these titles. Y'all people who familiar with the channel, they already know, son. I don't refer to myself as a vegan, son, but I don't eat meat. You know what I'm saying? I don't lock myself into these titles, son. But when these vegans was getting at these meat eaters, talking about, oh, you shouldn't be killing the animals feel pain and fear and all that, I'm like, shit, what the hell you think the plants is feeling? I'm like, the plants is talking, son. You just can't hear the plants because your ears can't even pick up the vibrations that the plants is speaking, son. I'm like, plants communicate, the plants talk, the plants scream. When you biting into the damn plants, you pulling the plants out of the damn ground. Every time these motherfuckers put their lawnmower on, son, them blades of grass, son, they balling. They hooting and hollering, son. You know what I mean? And then they come out with this study talking about, well, plants communicate. Plants talk now. The vegans ain't addressing that. You know what I'm saying? These people act like the plants ain't alive, bruh. You see these mofos growing around, you know what I'm saying, sprouting out of the ground, son, bearing fruit, all kinds of things going on with these plants. You think these trees just some like they don't know how to communicate, son? Hell yeah, son. But the thing with the plant life, they don't speak the language that these humans speak. They don't speak English or Chinese or Japanese. They don't speak those languages. And those languages actually cut you off from communicating, son. You know what I'm saying? They speak an indigenous harmonic language, son. You know, they communicate with the insects communicate with the plants. You know what I'm saying? They all communicate with each other, son, on their own vibration. But the people, they can't hear when the plants talk because their ears can't pick up the audio because they're deaf. So the plants see humans like zombies. When you're looking at The Walking Dead and you see a zombie chasing somebody down because they just want to bite their face off, the person sitting there screaming, talking about, no, stop. All the zombie is like, rah. You know, it's because the zombie can't hear. You know, the senses that the zombie vibrates on is an undermined vibration that all the zombie know is feed. It can't even hear, son. That's how, you know, I'm gonna speak the spiritual people language. That's how nature look at the humans, son. Nature look at the humans like a bunch of damn zombies, son. You know what I'm saying? They be cutting the trees down with chainsaws. You don't think the motherfucking tree is like speaking this language, like chill, screaming and all that? You don't think the damn tree is screaming for his life when you sitting up there putting a damn chainsaw, son, to the goddamn tree, son? You be cutting branches off with these big ass scissors. You know what I mean? What if somebody was to cut their branches off, they damn fingers and their arms and shit? You be hooting and hollering, son. You know what I mean? So the people, they deaf, son. They deaf, dumb, and blind. Son. They blind, son. They all blind because you don't see with the eyes in your skull, man. You see with your pineal gland, son. You know what I mean? That's the all-knowing eye, son. The eye of knowing, son. Because seeing is knowing. Seeing ain't believing, son. Not seeing is believing. When you blind, that's when you believe. I believe this is this because I don't really know what it is. So I believe this is what it is. But when you know, You have to see in order to know, and seeing is comprehending, understanding what the hell is going on, son. These mofos, they blind, son. They all blind, son. They blind. But yo, man, get up out of here, man. You know what I'm saying, bro? Hold on for a second. A quick little video right there, man. You already know what it is. Hell yeah, man. You should be looking for ways to kill yourself, raise the vibe, birth the new you, man. It ain't about just eating, bruh. Eating is just one phase. It's many phases. Many phases, bruh. You know what I mean? You gotta get away from people that ain't on the vibe. You gotta create your fortress of solitude, man. You gotta get the hell away. Mob D say, you gotta get away. Nah, man, you gotta get away from these damn demons, bruh. Busters ain't gonna do nothing but just absorb your light. Next thing you know, you running around like, damn, I'm so damn tired. Just feeding them off you, could. I'm just feeding this, man. But yo, get up out of here, man. You already know what it is, man.